Equality Day means to me, one day out of the 365 days a year that we get to celebrate women.
So Women's Equality Day means to me a day where we can celebrate being equal on every aspect of our profession, our lives. It gives us a day to where we can say, hey, we earned the right to do this.
Women's Equality Day to me means or signifies where we've been as a society and where we've come to in the treatment of women, and making sure that as far as our society goes, everything is equal across the board.
Simply that men and women are equal, that there's no difference between us in what we can do. We each have our own strengths, we each have our own weaknesses, but that doesn't make one of us better or worse than the other. And it's coming together as a team to leverage each other's strengths and weaknesses to promote the organization and promote humanity.
And I think it's just a great chance to celebrate all of that, because we are really one team. There is no gender in the military. We all wear the same uniform, we all do the same job. We're defending our nation. Cool.
It was a big challenge for a long time where females were not allowed to vote and didn't have opportunities. That just made a greater step for us to vote.
In my profession, women actually, as a veterinarian, women actually now are starting to predominate the profession, which is a great thing. And making strides is showing that women can do all kinds of veterinary jobs, that we are full of initiative, we're full of new ideas, and that as a female-dominated profession, actually still stays strong and still is important to U.S. society. So I think being part of that legacy is important.
So I made strides in my profession and in the Army by being the first in my family to go to college, the first to join the Army and reach the ranks of an officer rank, and just being an inspiration to other females in my profession and in the Army.
I believe that just taking the difficult jobs and doing your best is taking a stride in support of women's equality.
I've had a lot of wonderful mentors throughout my career, whether they are men or women. My mom, she was an excellent role model for me, hardworking person, determined, always there to help other people. And throughout my military career, like I've said, I've had so many wonderful mentors and commanders who have been women. So I've been lucky and blessed throughout my career.
I'm a military professional, so I'm a veterinarian and I'm a military officer, so I have lots of different sources of inspiration. As far as military veterinarians, Lee Dixon actually was the only African-American female military veterinarian that I ever knew about before I joined the military. And she was actually a person that inspired me to, that things are possible, that can rise up in the ranks and be a great role model. There's many more now. But really just people that use their position or their jobs or their abilities to make the world a better place. Those are the kind of people that inspire me.
Professionally, I've been inspired by General West. General West was, at the time when I met her, she was the Army Surgeon General. And she's been an inspiration to me since I've been in the Army. I first met her when I was in Germany, and she was the commander of the Longstuhl Hospital. She was the first African-American woman to go to the military academy, West Point. So from then on, I've been following her career and just having her as an inspiration to do better.
Actually, there's been two females that have inspired me professionally. One is Florence Nightingale. She is a nurse that back in 1910, her methods of medicine and the way nursing is implemented today have changed. And her practices in hygiene and also washing your hands is being used right now during the pandemic. She is one of those persons that definitely made a difference for women. The other person is my mother. It is important to be a role model, and she was a role model in doing the best that she ever could in all the jobs that she did.
Don't be afraid to try different things. Learn as much as you can. Education is something that will empower you to not only improve yourself, but help improve those around you and the situations that you may come across.
You know, you can make change, do it the right way, and make sure that you inspire others. And you know, it's not just about yourself, it's about who comes behind you as well. So making sure that you create a legacy that other people want to follow.
I think it's the advice I would give anyone is don't be satisfied with a glass ceiling. There isn't a limit for you. If you run into a barrier and you feel that it's a barrier based on your gender or your race, to speak up. That barrier shouldn't be there. And you know, leaders, we don't want that barrier to be there, and we will do everything to remove those barriers there. So no matter if you're looking to start out in veterinary medicine, if you're looking to enter the Army, if you're looking to do a different profession as a young woman, pursue it. There's no reason you can't do that.
The advice that I would give young females that are coming up through the ranks, trying to make a career out of the military or not, or just using the military as a stepping stone for future successes in life, I would have them just look at the history of the military. We're one of the most successful organizations in the world because of our diversity, our gender, our race, our ethnical backgrounds that people come from. And I think us, with the training we get, the quality of people we get working together as a team makes us that way.
I find this question a little bit interesting because I feel it's important to help everyone, not just someone specific. And I believe as leaders, we should all be mentoring not just women, but men as well, but being that role model.